if both of them dropped an album this year, I think Kendrick could outsell.
Yeah. That's what's crazy.
He would outsell him first.
But I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over.
Consumption right now is like people want to see Kendrick, and it's gonna be interesting when he does. They want to see him have the run with him finally having.
Don't you like Drake?
I don't like anything about Drake. I don't like his voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't.
See, I be trying to
I don't
tell
like
these
his face.
people.
I don't like the way he walks, like nothing. I don't like his haircut. I might just let me shut up.
All that shit was feeding the act, talking about, oh, it been 10 years. Nah, you following through. Don't sound like a that's trying to fight a losing battle. He went from nah to I'm going on vacation to I'm not replying no more. That was the fastest change.
The world of hip-hop is often filled with rumors and speculation, but when a heavyweight like Kendrick Lamar drops a bombshell, ears perk up and heads turn. Lamar made waves by allegedly revealing Drake's involvement as a Hollywood boy toy. The revelation sent shockwaves through the industry, leaving fans and critics alike scrambling for more details and clarification. As two of the biggest names in modern rap, any insight into their personal lives is bound to cause a stir. The rap feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake got really intense. They released a bunch of new songs one after the other, and things got heated quickly. The songs were full of disses about race, copying cultures, mistreatment, body image, disrespect towards women, saying one thing and doing another, and long-standing issues between generations. But it looks like Drake might be feeling intimidated by Lamar.
I obviously, I always keep my ear out for the hardest shit. I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect from, the other two guys.
Lamar, the rapper from Compton who won the Pulitzer Prize for his thoughtful lyrics, usually keeps a low profile. But lately, he's been making waves by releasing 4 long diss tracks aimed at Drake in just 1 week. That's more than 20 minutes of new music, and 3 of those tracks came out recently. Each of these songs has been streamed millions of times, and the 3 that were officially released, Euphoria, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us, are expected to climb to the top of the Billboard singles chart. This sudden burst of activity seems to be changing how people see Drake, who's been a dominant force in online culture and memes for a long time.
To me, I'm gonna always go with Compton. You feel me? You can't win over Compton, so I got to choose Kendrick. And I'm biased like that because I feel anybody who represents Compton.
Recently, Drake hit back at Lamar and other recent rivals on Instagram and dropped a 3-part track and music video titled Family Matters. In the video, he labeled Lamar as a fake activist and aimed to shed light on issues and alleged problems in Lamar's romantic relationship. Not long after Drake released Family Matters, Lamar swiftly responded with Meet the Grams in just half an hour. This powerful track was a dark message aimed at Drake's parents and young son, calling Drake a liar and pervert who, according to Lamar, should be removed to create a safer world for women.
Shit, I wanna know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens.
How did 2 of the world's most famous artists decide to turn their feud up a notch and bring real-life drama into their battle for rap supremacy? This showdown wasn't a sudden occurrence, but rather the climax of simmering tensions that had been brewing for weeks, months, and even years. They traded blows with personal accusations, from rumored secret children to attacks on each other's character, all unfolding through their music and social media. Despite the heat, neither has fully addressed all the allegations in their songs, leaving fans eagerly awaiting their next moves in this high-stakes musical clash. The anticipation for a lyrical showdown between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, 2 of today's biggest rap stars, was intense. Initially, their collaborations on each other's tracks during their early careers hinted at a friendly relationship. However, over time, what started as friendly exchanges turned into a fiery feud, sparked by Lamar's explosive feature on Future and Metro Boomin's latest album, We Don't Trust You, released just recently. Now, it seems Drake is finally confronting Kendrick. The drama is enticing, so let's dive in. Lamar didn't mince words, launching verbal attacks at Drake and Cole with lines such as, "Yeah, get up with me, FK sneak dissing, first-person shooter." I hope they came with 3 switches. And further aiming his ire at the duo with, "Think I won't drop the location?" I still got PTSD, mother of K, the big three, and, it's just big me. While Drake hasn't hit back with a written response yet, he addressed Lamar during his concert in Sunrise, FLA. This past Sunday night, March 24th, stating, "A lot of people ask me how I'm feeling. I'ma let you know I'm feeling. Listen, the same way I'm feeling is the same way I want you to walk out this building tonight. I got my F-King head up high, my back straight, I'm 10 F-King toes down in Florida and anywhere else I go. And I know that no matter what, it's not a nen, A on this earth that could ever FK with me in my life." Billboard explores the highs and lows of what was once a fruitful and competitive relationship between Kendrick and Drake. Back in 2011, Drake rose from being a controversial newcomer to a certified superstar, exceeding expectations with his debut album. Although he achieved significant chart success after his Thank Me Later era, there were still doubts about his potential to reach greater heights. Then came Take Care, a powerful answer to critics as Drake revisited his acclaimed So Far Gone style, featuring collaborations with heavyweights, including the much-anticipated newcomer Kendrick Lamar.
He's the new guy to love, and of course, I mean, rightfully so. He's super talented, you know. But thank you. But he's like, you know, he is the underdog that's extremely hard.
Fresh from the success of Section 80, Lamar was celebrated as the next West Coast prodigy ready to take the lead. Drake seized on his rising momentum by providing Lamar with a platform to showcase his talents on his Buried Alive interlude. Lamar's self-assurance skyrocketed, buoyed by Drizzy's endorsement, as he rapped, "So blame it on Mr. Ovoxo / the reason why I'm breathing all the vanity I know." Drake once more extended a hand to the burgeoning star Lamar, who had garnered praise for his feature on Buried Alive, by inviting him and $1 AP Rocky as opening acts for his Club Paradise tour. Reflecting on his choice of Rocky and Lamar as opening acts, Drake later referenced it in his 2016 track 4 p.m. in Calabasas, reminiscing.
Told me take a R&B on the road, and I told him no and drew for Kendrick and
After the Club Paradise tour, $1 AP Rocky orchestrated a collaboration between Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and 2 Chainz for the popular track F****Kin Problems. Following this successful joint effort, Kendrick and Drake joined forces again on Lamar's debut album for the hit Poetic Justice, which soared to number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100. Regrettably, this marked the conclusion of their collaborations. With the triumph of his major label debut, Good Kid, May, Ad City, Kendrick Lamar's confidence reached new heights. He made waves in the industry with his verse on Big Sean's track Control, where he directly challenged several fellow rappers, including Drake, J. Cole, Meek Mill, Big Crit, Whale, Pusha T, $1 AP Rocky, Tyler, The Creator, Mac Miller, Big Sean, and Jay Electronica. Let's discuss the top 3 figures in rap: Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. Drake and Kendrick have always had a good relationship with Cole, often collaborating with him. Kendrick's jab at Cole in Like That seemed to stem from his close ties with Drake. However, in an alternate scenario, both Kendrick and Drake would likely accept Cole as the third member in a Big 2 setup. Cole brings a unique mix of introspection, hip-hop roots, and broad appeal. The true division isn't between Drake versus Cole or Kendrick versus Cole. It's between Drake and Kendrick themselves. Their styles and personas are vastly different, and neither can handle hearing that someone prefers the other. This fundamental difference is what will likely keep them at odds indefinitely. Drake didn't hold back in responding to Kendrick's diss. While gracing the cover of Billboard that same month, he told the publication, "I didn't really have anything to say about it. It just sounded like an ambitious thought to me. That's all it was. I know good and well that Lamar's not murdering me at all in any platform. So when that day presents itself, I guess we can revisit the topic." Kendrick kept the heat on Drake when he and TDE visited the BET Hip Hop Awards in 2013 and took part in the cypher. Over the menacing beat of Shook Ones, K-Dot took aim at his target. Nothing's been the same since they dropped Control and tucked a sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes / ha-ha jokes on you, high five. I'm bulletproof / your shoots. Never penetrates / pin the tail on the donkey boy. You been a fake. During a cover story with Vibe magazine, Drake addressed his shots at Kendrick on The Language, and explained why he felt the need to stand his ground against the Compton MC. Where it became an issue is that I was rolling out an album while that verse was still bubbling, so my album rollout became about this thing. What am I supposed to say? Nah, we'll be buddy-buddy. Mind you, I never once said he's a bad guy or I don't like him. I think he's a F-King genius in his own right, but I also stood my ground as I should. And with that came another step, which then I have to realize I'm being baited and I'm not gonna fall. Jordan doesn't have to play pickup to prove that he could play ball, no offense, but I'm not gonna give you the chance to shake me necessarily because I feel great. There's no real issue. During this time, Kendrick Lamar and Drake found themselves in a series of verbal exchanges, including Kendrick's lyrical jab at Drake on King Kunta, where he raised doubts about the authenticity of a rapper with a ghostwriter.
Did rapping, but a rapper with a ghostwriter.
Kendrick's influence remained strong on Dr. Dre's Compton album, where he delivered impactful verses on tracks like Dark Side, Gone, and Deep Water. The latter stood out notably. They might bury him. 6 nominated to carry him. They stress him out, but he's not backing down. Conflict is evident. He's facing life's challenges head-on. Drake and Cole made headlines with their first-ever collaboration reaching #1 on the Hot 100 charts, marking Cole's debut at the top spot. Their track First Person Shooter followed their previous joint effort in 2013's Jodeci Freestyle. The song exudes success as they celebrate their status as top-tier MCs. However, Cole stirred debate by mentioning Kendrick Lamar, prompting a response from Kendrick himself. Cole's reference to the Big Three sparked discussions on who truly reigns in the rap scene. Kendrick didn't hold back on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That, taking aim at both Cole and Drake, with a particular focus on the latter. "Forget sneak dissin' first-person shooter," Lamar rapped, referring to Cole and Drake's recent collaboration. He dismissed the notion of a Big 3 inches with himself, Cole, and Drake, bluntly stating, "Forget the Big 3, it's just Big Me." Lamar concludes his verse with a reference to Drake's album, emphasizing consequences for challengers, rapping, "For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these 9s, he gon' see Pet Cemetery." Days later, during his tour stop in Sunrise, Florida, Drake directly confronted the situation. "A lot of people asking me how I'm feeling," he began, setting the tone for his response. "I'ma let you know how I'm feeling. Listen, the way I'm feeling is the same way I want you to walk out of here feeling tonight about yourself." Drake then affirmed his confidence and resilience. "Because you know how I'm feeling?" he asked the crowd. "I got my head up high, my back straight. I'm 10 toes down in Florida or anywhere else I go, and I know that no matter what, there's not a person on this earth that could ever mess with me in my life. And that's how I want you to walk out of here tonight." His words exuded confidence and steadfast determination. We could spend hours analyzing the complex interpersonal dynamics and speculating about underlying motives. Is Metro, as rumors suggest, feeling resentful over Drake and 21 Savage's track Her Loss potentially overshadowing his album Heroes and Villains during awards season? Are Future and Drake, as rumored, caught up in a dispute over a dancer from Miami? And what, if any, role did J. Cole play in this intricate conflict?
J. Cole is my favorite MC of this era. Shout out to Conway the Machine. I love him to death. Benny the Butcher. But J. Cole?
Yeah.
J. Cole, oh man.
Yeah.
Like he's a problem. I love Kendrick, but you gotta understand, Cole said, no Cosby shit, but if they sleeping on me, f*** them.
They be making up who they debating is better. Let's face it, he one of the greatest. No Bill Cosby shit, but if niggas is sleeping,
I didn't even catch that. Wait, I didn't even catch that. Wait, no Cosby, but they sleeping on him. Oh.
No Cosby, but if they sleeping on me, fuck them.
There's a lot of layers to that little piece.
I'll leave that right there.
It ain't enough vitamin C and they system to get rid of me. I'm a killer, relentless on top, but I sound like I'm still in the...
Amidst the flurry of hip-hop discussions, the deeper question isn't just why, but rather, why now? How does this current beef hold significance compared to its expected role as the definitive rap feud of a generation in the mid to late 2010s, during the peak of Drake's and Kendrick's careers? The story of Drake and Kendrick Lamar takes a different turn. While they initially collaborated on tracks like Fucking Problems and Poetic Justice in 2012, they notably haven't worked together in over a decade. This absence is striking, given the rumored tensions and implicit differences between the two artists, one being the most successful figure in the history of streaming music, and the other, the only rapper to ever receive a Pulitzer Prize. Despite their simultaneous rise to fame, Drake and Kendrick appeared to purposefully steer clear of further collaborations.
Doing his thing really well, and that verse was, he's giving people like moments, you know, like that verse was a moment to talk about.
The recent feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar was sparked by the release of the track Like That, featuring Future, Metro Boomin, and Lamar himself. In the song, Lamar firmly establishes that he's not aligned with any big three alongside Drake and J. Cole, asserting, "It's just Big Me." He even draws a comparison between himself and Drake to Prince and Michael Jackson, implying that he's akin to Prince, who outlasted the legendary Michael Jackson. After several weeks, Drake retaliated by mysteriously leaking push-ups, featuring the lyrics, "You ain't in no big three, SZA got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down, like your label boy, you in a scope right now. And you gon' feel the aftermath of what I write down. I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with ya ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now." Drake also targeted Lamar's collaborations on pop tracks with artists like Maroon 5 and Taylor Swift, while also throwing a stray jab at Rick Ross with the lyric, "I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in. This N asterisk 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 turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart, he got from Drizzy." While awaiting Kendrick Lamar's response to push-ups, Drake released a track titled Taylor Made Freestyle, which he eventually deleted. In this controversial move, Drake utilized AI-generated voices of Tupac and Snoop Dogg to diss Lamar, resulting in a cease and desist from Tupac's estate. Following these AI verses, Drake continued with his own voice, accusing Lamar of avoiding a response to the initial diss to avoid overshadowing Taylor Swift's album release. Drake rapped, "Now we gotta wait AF asterisk asterisk asterisking week cause Taylor Swift is your new top, and if you bout to drop, she gotta approve." After years of lyrical teasing about a potential face-off, Lamar finally took the first direct shot this year with a surprise appearance on Atlanta rapper Future and producer Metro Boomin's track Like That, both of whom had previously collaborated with Drake. Lamar's disdain was palpable as he referenced Drake's track First Person Shooter from last year's album For All the Dogs, where J. Cole, in a guest verse, dubbed himself, Drake, and Lamar as the Big Three of today's MCs. Rejecting the idea of a Big Three, Lamar asserted that it was only him who truly stood out. He likened himself to Prince compared to Drake's Michael Jackson, highlighting a contrast between a deeper, more intricate artist and a troubled, pop-oriented hitmaker. During its reign at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, Like That marked a significant milestone, coinciding with Future and Metro Boomin dropping two chart-topping albums, We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You, featuring a lineup of Drake's former collaborators. This collection of artists seemed to share a simmering animosity toward Drake, prompting the rapper to describe the situation as a 20 volts, 1-inch confrontation. However, it was a seemingly casual mention from the earlier track Push-Ups that included the name of Lamar's longtime romantic partner. "I be with some bodyguards like Whitney," that Lamar would later allude to as a red line crossed, making all subject matter fair game in the songs to come. Lamar's initial direct response, Euphoria, lasted over 6 minutes and was released last Tuesday morning. Divided into 3 sections that intensified as they progressed, he cautioned Drake about continuing the feud and somewhat jokingly insisted that their relationship was still amicable. "Know you a master manipulator and habitual liar too," Lamar rapped. "But don't tell no lie about me and I won't tell truths about you." He criticized Drake, who is biracial and hails from Toronto, for allegedly appropriating Black American culture and subtly disrespecting him. "I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress," Lamar said. "I hate the way that you sneak diss. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct." And he called Drake standing as a father into question, teaching him morals, integrity, discipline. "Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that." Days later, Lamar heightened the tension with an Instagram-exclusive track titled 616 in LA. Lamar hinted at having inside information within Drake's camp and being aware of his opponent's tactics. In his lyrics, Lamar criticized Drake, labeling him a fake bully. That very night, Drake's track Family Matters swiftly delved into personal justifications, addressing Lamar's mention of Drake's son by asserting, "You mentioned my seed, now deal with his dad. Shh, I gotta go bad, I gotta go bad." Drake then delved into Lamar's fatherhood and questioned his character as a man with painstaking detail, accusing Lamar of supposedly using a crisis management team to conceal purported domestic issues. One person commented, "Drake probably didn't understand half of what Kendrick was saying, LOL." Fans commonly recognize that Drake and Kendrick Lamar have distinct musical styles. Drake tends to gravitate towards upbeat rap-pop tracks like One Dance and Hotline Bling, experimenting with genres such as trap, dancehall, and R&B. On the other hand, Lamar is celebrated for his masterful lyricism, effortlessly blending street wisdom with literary finesse. Despite their once amicable relationship, they have since exchanged years of subtle jabs and indirect criticisms. As the dust settles on this explosive chapter in hip-hop's history, one thing remains certain. The feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake has left an indelible mark on the genre. Their music has transcended boundaries, resonating with millions worldwide and shaping the cultural landscape of modern rap. Whether this feud will simmer down or continue to fuel the fire of competition, only time will tell. But one thing is for sure. The legacy of Kendrick Lamar and Drake will endure, irrespective of the controversies that accompany it. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.